Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at Indiana. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, they're just hanging steady. Middle of the pack, middle of the road. Call it what you want. That's where they find themselves.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Reed. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for New York, Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. And so off the tip, it's New York. While the season just started, GA, we have a few big storylines already.
Yeah, it doesn't take long in this league. The intense media scrutiny, social media, news travels fast.
Oh, here's Edwards. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. That one good for 2.
Edwards plays with such ferocity.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Towns kicks to Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Minnesota has possession. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He was complimentary of his opponent, Anthony Edwards. Coach told me Ant is a special player in terms of his athleticism, skill, and his mindset. He approaches each matchup with an aggressiveness that we need to try and match. Back over to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Wasted no time on that one.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Hart's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. McDaniels outside. Pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. A shot by McDaniels, no good. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
So for New York, their last game, a win against the Wizards. Bounce pass, Conley. Gobert against Robinson. To halt the run, Robinson with the block. Hart with it. McDaniels picks him up. Hart, no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Conley against Brunson. It's tipped. Pass to Bridges. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, the Knicks look to go a little deeper down their bench this season. To that end, they signed veterans Jordan Clarkson and Guerschon Yabusele. They fortified their reserves, and they hope it will bolster their roster for another deep playoff run.
Putting them in a good position. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Conley's shot is off.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
And Hart has it in the corner. Bridges outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Conley against Brunson. Edwards with it. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Towns. Oh!
What a powerful dunk by Towns. Showing the rim no mercy.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. Trailing by 10. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat.
Now, here's Bridges. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Brunson's got 6.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. 5th, the Timberwolves.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Here is Conley. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that game against the Nets. Left side, Edwards. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Outside Conley. Pass to Reed. Trying to end the drought. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Superb focus from Reed. He excels at using his strength to push through contact inside.
The Knicks have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Runs in the pass to Towns. Bridges outside. And Hart has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson. And again, it's New York.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
For Minnesota, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. For 3, Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Hart throws it down.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
So it's the Timberwolves now. The Knicks making the shot. Here's McDaniels. Buries the long-range jumper.
And when McDaniels is hitting this, look out, because it opens up everything else for him offensively.
Robinson misses. Timberwolves trail by 14. Conley with it. Robinson picks him up. Conley kicks to Reed. And Robinson comes to help. Here's McDaniels. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Towns, the pass to Hart. Here's Bridges. Edwards defending. Brunson with a clean look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. For the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Hart, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mikal Bridges. Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's Conley. He has yet to score. Shoots over Brunson. Conley's shot is off.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The shot by Clarkson, no good.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Stan Nasreed is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasreed, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and, yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
The Knicks leading by 12. Clarkson outside. Towns kicks to Anunoby. Some nice passing by New York here. Clock at 6. Brunson against Conley. The shot, no good. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
Here's Brunson. He had 31 points in the win against Washington. Clarkson outside. Towns kicks to Anunoby. And here's Clarkson. Now Brunson. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Conley, the pass to Reed. Now here's McDaniels. Inside, stolen by Brunson. Anunoby has the open look. Towns kicks to Anunoby. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for New York.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them. Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Here's Conley after Jordan Clarkson's bucket. Mr. Gobert. Outside, Reed. Now here's McDaniels. He's guarded by Anunoby. McDaniels passes to Reed. Launches a 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A different look for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 13-point lead. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they played with outstanding energy, communicated well, and were very disruptive defensively.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. The Knicks leading by 16. Now, here's Clarkson. Yabusele, the screen to the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
.115 left to play in the first. Dillingham with it. There's a good screen. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And it's off from three-point range.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Yabusele setting a screen for Clarkson. Gillingham with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 18. Shannon passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Bridges dishes to Clarkson. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the New York Knicks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Knicks team out there today.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Timberwolves trail by 16. And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Dillingham. Miller is out there with Randall. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in at the three. Here's Bridges, following the basket by Julius Randle. Yabusele, the screen, inside, 6 to shoot. Good D by Miller. Timberwolves shooting at 48% from the floor, looking good. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc, buries it from three-point range.
Well, you can drop DiVincenzo anywhere on the arc, and he'll get it lined up. He knows all the angles.
Pass to Yabusele. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you, Kevin.
Very confident. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Bridges. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington. Gillingham with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Gillingham setting the screen for Randall. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. DiVincenzo against Bridges. Here's Yabusele. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Timberwolves trail by 11. And here is DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Miller with a screen on Yabusele. Here's Randall. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They led by as many as 18 points.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Clarkson against DiVincenzo. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Bridges drives in. That one goes in.
And so determined. Bridges finds a way to get the shot up and in. Now to the line.
A different look for New York. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Yabusele. And Hart subbed in for Miles McBride. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatchback pull-up, you know, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. Miles McBride's checked in for Clarkson. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. Number 5, the Knicks.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
Outside Conley. Here's Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
Here's McBride. Hasn't made one yet. Here's the floater. Edwards, that's good.
What touch. Edwards has mastered just about every shot there is.
Now McBride. Bridges outside. Towns a screen on DiVincenzo. For 3, Bridges hits it from three-point range. Bridges has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for New York. Timberwolves trail by 17. Edwards, the bounce pass. Off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Minnesota making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Conley with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Anunoby's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Timberwolves trail by 19. Edwards looking it over. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Edwards finds Gobert and finished off by Gobert.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
Bridges outside. Anunoby outside. Back to Hart. It's up a 3. It's good from long range. Hart's got 8 points.
Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on him.
Now here is Conley. Still yet to score. Randall with a screen for Conley. Randall outside. Over McBride. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The Knicks leading by 18. McBride passes to Anunoby. Back to McBride. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert, coming off a terrific season. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Reed, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Here's Brunson. 13 points in the game. A floater. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Conley, the pass to Edwards. There's the triple. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for New York. Brunson outside. Here's Hart. Pass to Brunson. Second chance shot. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Outside, Reed. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Hart. The Knicks leading by 13. Clarkson outside. Over Edwards. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
It's Edwards on the wing. Shoots over Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. And sometimes they fall flat. But that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor, as complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Yabusele, he's checked in for the Knicks. Miles McBride comes in for Clarkson, and Edwards drops them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Brunson against Reed. To end the cold streak, Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 6th assist on the night. New York leading by 8. Pass to McBride. Yabusele setting a screen for Brunson. Over Conley. Stolen by Reed. Gobert finds Edwards. Edwards just makes it look simple inside.
Well, it's old hat now when we see Edwards dominating a game scoring-wise. Ant's emerged as an elite player.
Brunson with it. He's got 13. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Robinson's checked in for New York. Bridges comes in for Miles McBride. Edwards against Bridges. Here's Robinson. No good, unable to end this run. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Edwards. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. New York's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And here's Brunson outside. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
Conley, the pass to Reed. McDaniels on the wing. Defended by Hart. Shot clock at 6. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket for McDaniels.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 12. Outside Robinson. Back to Bridges. Here's Towns, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on an 18-6 run. Conley scanning the floor. Edwards with the screen for Conley. Got a piece of it. From the wing. Rebounded by Hart.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Outside, Towns. All 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Edwards kicks to Reed. Back to Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside, Towns. Some nice passing by New York here. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here is Edwards. He's got 19. Reed with a screen on Bridges. Here's Edwards. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Karl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Karl.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
Looking at the Knicks, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Timberwolves.
Well, they aren't defending the perimeter. Those shooters are loading up with confidence.
You can go out there and knock down a few, Chet. That's how bad the defense has been.
A backhanded compliment, if there ever was one.
He's a great shooter, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robinson in at center. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Knicks leading by 5. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
Here's Conley. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Conley finds Edwards. And here's Reed. Shoots over Towns. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Robinson a screen on Conley. And here's Brunson outside. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside, Reed. Pass to Edwards. Lets it go with the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Edwards got 24 points.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
Brunson against Conley. Brunson outside. Shot clock at 5. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Bridges against Edwards. Robinson with the block. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot, instead a shooting foul, and we'll see free throws coming up right here. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, G.A., there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their 2 best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Kevin?
Has him bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Bridges kicks to Towns. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Edwards. Picked by Reed. Edwards, good. Edwards got 6 here in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 23. Bridges for 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Conley. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Robinson sets a screen for Bridges. Looking for Conley. He gets it there. Here's Reed. Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Bridges, no one around him. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for New York?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Here is Edwards after Mikal Bridges' bucket. 6 to shoot. Good! Edwards mixing it up inside. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Bridges against Edwards. Brunson. And there it is for him. Brunson's got 9 points here in the second half.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here is Edwards. He has 29. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Edwards passes to Reed. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Towns down low. He's against Reed. Towns, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 6. Right side, Edwards. Conley dishes to Edwards. No good. Excellent D that time from Robinson. And Hart has it in the corner. Drops in the tray. Hart's got 13.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the helper.
And here's Edwards. Reed with a screen on Bridges. Has to Gobert. McDaniels on the wing. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 14.
Yeah, that's a good sign for McDaniels. They need him to shoot with confidence.
Here's Bridges. A beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Now Edwards. Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites in offense.
Edwards finds Reed. Towns with the steal. Brunson the pass to Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Conley against Brunson. Pass to Edwards. Clock at 6. Shoots over Bridges. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Edwards.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
The Knicks making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. Anunoby against McDaniel. Bridges outside. Just 4 to shoot. No good on the 3. Timberwolves trail by 9. Now here's Conley. McDaniels a screen on Brunson. Conley kicks to DiVincenzo. The shot's good. DiVincenzo's got 5.
Great positioning. DiVincenzo stays ready to fire the moment he gets the ball.
Conley with the 3. He can't get it to go. Good D by Anunoby.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Pass to Robinson. The kick out to Town. Off target from outside.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Randle with the ball. 8 points for him. A nice shot by McDaniel.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Now here's Towns. He's got 6. Brunson scanning the floor. Over Conley. Offensive rebound. That one falls. He's got 8.
Well, just look at the numbers for Towns. He's been amongst the league leaders in offensive rebounds a few times.
Bounce pass Conley. Here's Randle. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randle kicks to DiVincenzo. Brunson outside. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. A different look for New York. Guerschon Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Clarkson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Minnesota also making some changes. Shannon's checked in. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for McDaniel. Here's McBride. Still scoreless. Anunoby passes to Clarkson. Good on the 3-point shot. And now a 9-point Knicks lead.
Good execution there. Clarkson smooth off the catch.
Here's Dillingham. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. The Timberwolves have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
The Knicks making a switch here. Hart's checked in. The Knicks leading by 7. Bridges outside. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Dillingham. Back to DiVincenzo. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He's at the quarter-century mark, 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, DiVincenzo and Edwards are your perimeter players. Then it's Dillingham. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Shannon in at the 4. Now Dillingham, after OG Anunoby missed from long range. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dillingham, no good.
The #1 pick in the 2015 NBA draft, Towns continues to prove why he's a top big man in this league.
The Knicks leading by 8. Towns sets the pick for Clarkson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here is Edwards. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Randle. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop.
You know, they like Randle to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Clarkson passes to Anunoby. Clarkson on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo against Clarkson. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound, Minnesota. Dillingham with it. Hart covering. Pass to DiVincenzo. Randle outside. Here's Shannon. The 3-pointer, no good. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Minnesota. McBride passes to Towns. Hart with a screen on Gobert. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his third foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Hart outside. Towns sets the pick for Hart. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, not a lot of success for them from 3-point range here in the second half.
Here's the teardrop. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Edwards.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Towns, a screen on Edwards. Here's McBride, defended by DiVincenzo. Pass to Anunoby.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's Edwards. That one, no good. Good D by Anunoby. Clarkson taking his time here. Towns sets the pick for Clarkson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
On the attack, Jordan Clarkson.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gobert with a screen on Clarkson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Shannon. And the 3 off target. On the wing, Anunoby. Now Towns, defended by Gobert. Now here's Clarkson. Towns sets the pick for Clarkson.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And the first one drops.
Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. And both free throws good for Clarkson. So it's the Timberwolves now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Shannon. Towns with the steal. And now the fast break, and Hart with the ball. Here's Anunoby, kept alive. The kick out to Towns. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. The Knicks leading by 10. Clarkson outside, out to the wing. Towns. Randall with some nice D. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Shannon. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Knicks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. Here's Randall. Pass to Shannon. Trying to get something going. Another miss by Minnesota.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Robinson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. DiVincenzo can't hit it. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Looking to get back on track here, and it's good on the way in. DiVincenzo's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Timberwolves. Here's Clarkson. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. So for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges checked in for Hart, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Clarkson. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Brunson. Jalen Brunson with the float game.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Timberwolves trail by 10. And here is Conley. Outside Edwards. Left side, Reed. Here he goes. Banked in off the glass.
Great seeing Reed attack. Like most other players, he's at his best on the front foot.
The Knicks leading by 8. Towns a screen on Edwards. Bridges against Edwards. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. From deep, Brunson rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Pass to Conley. And stolen by Anunoby. Over Conley. Reed with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Hart, he's checked in for Anunoby. And so here is New York. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. For 3, Bridges.
Great job securing the rebound. He had to work for that one.
Edwards. Knocked loose. The Knicks leading by 8. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Here's Brunson. Plenty of space. Wide open shot is on the money. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter. Now Edwards. Reed with a screen on Bridges. Edwards inside. Defended by Bridges. Edwards can't hit.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
And here's Brunson outside. They get the rebound. Here's Towns, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 12-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, anytime he wants, Towns can be a beast on the offensive boards.
Brunson against Conley. Outside Edwards. Bridges with some nice defense.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Free throw good. Hart. Good on both. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 14-point game. Gobert with a screen on Brunson. Now Gobert. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Now it's Reed. Rebounded by Towns.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Here's Bridges. Buries the deep ball.
An expert shooter in the corner. Bridges knows that angle so well.
Here's Conley. Now Reed. Now Gobert. Now Conley. 5 on the clock. No stopping him that time. Fouled on the play. Send him to the line.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
You know, Stan, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Conley brings tremendous value to the team.
He sure does, Kevin. And look, we know this. No one brings more discipline and professionalism on a nightly basis. He keeps this team poised. He keeps his team organized. And he's a great mentor to the young players on this team. Well, the leadership and steadiness Mike Conley brings to his team can't be overstated. A true locker room leader and a vet who sets a great tone out on the floor.
Now, here is Robinson. Jones down low, working on McDaniels. Lays it in off the window.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Here's Conley. Edwards fires. And the 3 misses.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his court.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Knicks.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Mikal Bridges.
And what stood out to me was his effort level defensively. Very active and aggressive, piling up the steals in addition to his overall floor game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Knicks on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Yabusele outside. Now here's Bridges. And he does not hit.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
We played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now, our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.